Hey trainers, welcome to the channel. Ladylunatone back with another video. Pokemon TCG Pocket has just dropped a trailer for its newest set, Celestial Guardians. It's a Sun and Moon themed booster set headlined by the mythical Lunala and Solgaleo. Today we're going to take a look at the trailer and break down everything we know so far about this set releasing on April 30th. Without further ado, let's take a look at the trailer. Okay, so right off the bat, we have the Gen 7 Alolan starters, Rowlet, Litten, and Poffleo. The powerhouses of this set are going to be Solgaleo and Lunala. It looks like this set is going to include just 2 booster packs, which is reminiscent of Spacetime Smackdown. Solgaleo is going to be a steel type with a whopping 180 HP, and it's going to have a 120 damage move, Soul Breaker, for just 2 energy. This is going to be lethal. It does 10 damage to itself after each attack, but that's negligible given its high HP. Additionally, it has a special ability, Rising Road, which allows you to move it from the bench to the active spot at no cost during your turn, which opens the door for efficient and cutting attacks your opponents won't expect. The only real drawback is that this Pokemon is a stage 2, so it limits your deck building possibilities, as you have to account for the evolutions. I could see this card being paired with Dialga EX, allowing you to doubly stack energy and make some bigger late game plays. There's also the new Alolan Meowth and Oricorio. It's likely this set will feature all the variations of the Oricorio regional, so we could see some fun new artworks and some movesets from these guys, albeit probably not meta defining, but maybe some nice cards for collectors. We're finally getting a Alolan Raichu. This is going to be a great addition to the electric archetype. It's got 140 HP and a stacking damage move that deals a base 60 damage and an additional 30 for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. This card is probably the first electric type I've been truly excited about since Genetic Apex. While the alternative Pikachu EX from Shining Revelry wasn't necessarily a bad card, it wasn't really a personal preference for me. I am, however, very excited to test out this new Raichu. The second headliner of the set is Lunala, and it's a striking addition to the game. Like Solgaleo, it features an HP of 180, and it has a 100 damage move for 3 energy. But what really stands out for me is its ability to move psychic energy from one bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. We saw this power before in Genetic Apex with Lieutenant Surge, which allows players using Raichu to move all their electric energy from the bench to the active spot, which in certain situations has swung a game in one direction or the other. With Lunala, however, the movement of energy is more controlled, and of course, being a psychic type, it also pairs with cards like Mew, Mewtwo, Cresselia, or Gengar. And any combination of these cards is going to be lethal in the meta. The one drawback, which is the same with Solgaleo, is that it's a stage 2. So in any sensible deck, you're using 6 out of your 20 card slots for this Pokemon, limiting your options for secondary Pokemon or support cards. We've got Alolan Vulpix, which looks good, but without seeing Ninetales, it's hard to gauge its meta relevance. I assume it's going to be in the same realm of strength as Galvantula and other mid-range stage 1 Pokemon, but we'll have to wait and see for the official release to say for sure. We've got Alolan Marowak, which is one of my personal favorite Pokemon. Its card is similar to its Genetic Apex counterpart in its attack, but it's got a new fire typing, and it can inflict burning on opponents, which adds that extra layer of damage. I'm not really a fan of coin flip attacks, but despite this, I could still see this card making waves in the meta. We've got some game-changing new items and supporters. The new Rotom allows you to shuffle your deck. Nothing spectacular, but it could see some use in play. Rare Candy is coming to the game. With this card, you can skip an evolution and go straight from a basic to a stage 2 Pokemon. This card will probably be the most important card from this booster set. All jokes aside, this card will allow you or your opponents to skip a full turn of play and jump into the final boss of your team from turn 2. This card is also not type locked, which means any stage 2 card essentially becomes a basic. In the right scenario, you could have a fully charged Charizard ready to fire Crimson Storm on turn 3 with the help of Moltres, Leaf, and this Rare Candy. The set is obviously not out yet, but I predict that this card is going to be one of the most popular and frustrating cards in the game. The new trainers are also no joke. Lima allows you to move a damaged Pokemon from play back into your hand. This basically nullifies the use of Koga and the Budding Expeditioner. This new card isn't even type locked, let alone Pokemon specific, so I can see this card getting some playtime in the future. It may not be the #1 supporter in the game, but it'll undoubtedly have a place in the meta. There's also Lana and Kione. Lana allows you to switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon into the active spot if you have an Arachnid in play. Kione also allows you to attach 2 energy to your Turtonator or a Lone Marowak at the cost of ending your turn. Both of these cards have their roles, but only in niche playstyles. I can see them getting some playtime, but because they're Pokemon specific, you won't see them very often in matchups. There's also Acerola, Mallow, and Sophices. These trainers again are all Pokemon specific, and likely will see limited playtime as compared to previous set trainers. There seems to be a bit of a lean into niche deck building with this set, rather than blanket use cards. With that being said though, the final card we're seeing from this set, Lily, is just the opposite. Lily heals 60 damage to any stage 2 Pokemon. I'm actually a little stunned. The possibilities are basically endless. This basically nullifies the need for potions or even the Pokemon Center lady. 60 damage for any stage 2? That could completely turn a game around. The possibilities are endless. Celestial Guardians is already shaping up to be the most exciting set in the game so far, which makes sense given the half birthday of the game happening this month. My top cards to look out for so far are the flagships, of course, Lunala and Solgaleo, as well as the rare candy item and the new trainers Lima and Lily. Let me know in the comments which cards you are most excited to test out. Do you see any deck building potential with these cards? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Celestial Guardians is releasing on April 30th. Following the release of the set, I'll dive more into the top cards to look out for, as well as share some of my deck building ideas. But until then, happy collecting, trainers. I'll see you in the next video.